Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s. We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright guys, we are here with episode number 15 of the Memphis Tigers Dynasty. And it's bowl season here today, folks. Since we won the American Athletic title game, we somehow wound up in the Fiesta Bowl. And we are playing Kansas. That's right, totally the marquee matchup of the bowl season between two powerhouses, Kansas and Memphis. But the strength of both teams is probably their defense, maybe. I don't know, at least Memphis's is. Hello everyone and welcome to University of Phoenix Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. It's bowl season here today, and we got the BCS Bowl, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl here for you, between the Kansas Jayhawks and the Memphis Tigers. Kansas comes into the game 10-2, I think. They're number 13, and Memphis is 10-3, number 24. But this is totally a matchup where if you had predicted this in the bowl season, I would have laughed at you. Predicted this at the start of the season, saying Kansas and Memphis in the Fiesta Bowl, I would have laughed, but here we are. Kansas and Memphis are playing in the Fiesta Bowl. Unbelievable. And that really speaks to kind of the turnaround both teams have had this year. Personally speaking, I know Yakov Kolenkov came in and he's played a big part in helping to try and change the culture here at Memphis. And this is a Memphis team that has been led all year long by its defense. And they're on the field first here in the Fiesta Bowl. Jay keeps throws, has a man caught, gain of 7 on the first play from scrimmage. Justin McKay, a 7-yard reception. But Coach Yakov Kolenkov, he's done a remarkable job turning this team around in year one. And they're going to look to send out this small but I think pretty important senior class out with a bowl win. Not just a bowl win, a BCS win. As Jake Sims is brought down after a 2-yard rush. It'll be 3rd down and 1 from their own 34. Coming up on 5:15 to go here, first quarter. They'll give to Sims. And Sims is tripped up by Anthony Watson, but not before he gets 11 yards and a first down. Coming up on 5 minutes to go here, first quarter. Hughes wants to run the read option, and he's got a gain of 4. It'll set up 2nd and 6. The ball's at their own 49 for Kansas. But as I was speaking earlier, there are only like 6 seniors. And we'll go over them a little bit later as Sims is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage there. 3rd down and 6 coming up. Nice play by Johnny Farms, a freshman defensive tackle. Here we go. It is 3rd down and 6 from just shy of midfield. Heaps has a man open. It's Harwell, and that's dropped incomplete, but a flag. The flag is down, and it is going to be a roughing the passer. Charles Harris got to the quarterback late. That'll cost them. But I believe both safeties, Lonnie Ballantyne and Anthony Watson, are seniors. And also on defense, Corey Jones and Anthony Brown, the 2 starting defensive ends, are seniors. Chris Schutz, the center, is a senior. Jesse Milson, the tight end's a senior. And the backup halfback, Jay Steve, is also a senior, but other than that, I think that's really it. Of the important people, anyway. 2nd and 5 from the Memphis 31 here for Kansas. And they've gone right down the field on this Memphis defense, aided by a roughing the passer penalty on a third down earlier. Heaps broke away from a tackle from Lanier, and he's got 15 yards and a first down. 2 carries, 19 yards for Jake Heaps. And his first down and 10 from the 16 of Memphis. Can this Tiger defense hold them to a field goal try? Or will Kansas score a touchdown on the first drive of the game? We're already almost to 3.5 minutes to go first quarter. James Sims gets a yard and he's met by Charles Harris. 4 carries, 14 yards for James Sims. And it is 2nd and 9 here. Under 3:15 to go first quarter. Kansas knocking on the door looking to take the lead first here in the Fiesta Bowl. They give to Sims and Charles Harris is there to meet him again. It's another 1-yard rush. 5 carries, 15 yards for Sims. And Memphis with a good chance to maybe get off the field. It's 3rd and 8, balls on the Memphis 13. Under 2:50 to go first quarter. This has been a very time-consuming opening drive here for Kansas. He's wanting to run to his right. He's sacked. Johnny Farms came free off from his defensive tackle spot and drags Heaps down. It'll be a field goal try coming for Kansas. This is pretty much a gimme, honestly. Coming up on about 2:20 to go here first quarter by the snap of this ball, and the field goal is right down the middle. Yeah, 2:19 to go first quarter. Number 13, Kansas leads number 24, Memphis 3-0. A time-consuming opening possession that only results in a field goal. Joe Craig set to return this kick. Trying to get to the outside, and he doesn't really. 20-yard return to the 18. Actually, they'll mark him down at the 17. And that's where Memphis will set up shop. So after a 3-minute 45 opening possession for Kansas, they kick a field goal. They lead 3-0. We'll see what Memphis can do on their first drive. As Brandon Hayes goes right up the middle for a gain of 7. 268 carries, 1,096 yards, and 17 touchdowns for Hayes. He's only a sophomore, so he'll be back next year. Hopefully the year after that, too. It is 2nd down and 7. We are at coming up on 1:45 to go here first quarter. Hayes trying to get off his block. He's got 3 yards and it'll set up a 3rd down and 5. 2 carries for 6 yards for Brandon Hayes. We've got a 3rd and 5 coming up. The last thing Memphis wants to do right now is go 3 and out to start the game. Goes out of the backfield and it's dropped by Hayes. And so it is exactly a 3 and out for Memphis. And the Tigers will punt it away. Should have had the first down, but Brandon Hayes dropped it. Terzilli set to return this punt, and he'll return it out for a gain of 13 to the 45. So good starting field position for Kansas, and if they can get a touchdown, this could maybe put the pressure on early on the Memphis offense. Although, this Memphis defense is looking to bounce back. And Johnny Farms takes Sims down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2. The freshman defensive tackle has been all over the field today. He's got 3 tackles, 1 sack, and 2 tackles for loss. So 2nd and 12 now from their own 43 for Kansas. Under 50 seconds to go first quarter. The Jayhawks are already up 3-0, and that's picked off. Bobby McCain with the interception. And so Memphis has the football right back. That was a nice heads-up play by Bobby McCain. I don't even know if the receiver had his head turned yet. But it's a turnover, and the ball is back in the hands of this Memphis offense. 44 seconds to go, first quarter. Memphis trailing 3-0, and they're still having a hard time getting the run game going. They've been running a lot up the middle, so maybe they should try running more to the outside. We'll see if they happen to take that suggestion or if they keep trying to get stuff up the middle. 20 seconds to go, first quarter, 2nd and 11 now for Memphis. Hayes cutting upfield, he's got a gain of 5. 4 carries, only 10 yards for Brandon Hayes. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter gone, 3 to go here in the Fiesta Bowl. Kansas leads Memphis 3-0 at the end of 1. And a big 3rd and 6 coming up for Memphis as we begin this second quarter. As a man open underneath, it's Tyreek Patrick, and Patrick will get out of bounds. He's got about 8 yards in the first. Tack on 15 more. Roughing the passer on Andrew Bolton. And so they'll take the 15 free yards. Thank you. First down from the 39 of the Jayhawks. So they're in the Kansas territory now, looking to, at the very least, tie this game up. They'll give to Hayes up the middle, and Brandon Hayes with the gain of 5 on first down. 5 carries, 15 yards for Brandon Hayes. And they've got it to the 33 now of Kansas. Looking like they're ready to try and blitz. The run to the outside is not going to work. Hayes lost the 5 yards he just gained. Cassius Sendish in there to make a play in the backfield. 1 of 2 on third downs today is Memphis. Under 5 minutes to go, first half here in the Fiesta Bowl. 3rd and 10 coming up. They want the screen, and Hayes is brought down immediately. Too far away for a field goal. They're going to, at least I assume they're too far away for a field goal.
How was it tracked? Yes, we have those jokes.
Fourth down and 11 from the 39. Memphis is kind of in no man's land, and so they're going to take a gamble and go for it. Looks like he's got a man over the middle. Didn't lead him far enough, and it's picked off. That's like interception like number 26 or something this year. Cam's had way too many, although that one's really basically a punt. I mean, you weren't going to punt it, seriously. That wouldn't have worked. The only disappointment is he had a man running open and threw it behind him. James Sims with a 1-yard rush. 7 carries, 14 yards for James Sims. And it'll be a 2nd and 9 for Kansas. 3:50 to go here, first half. The Jayhawks holding on to a 3-0 lead. Heaps throws it up, and there were a couple of Memphis defenders in the area, so he's probably lucky that was only incomplete. 3rd down and 9 from their own 34. Can this Memphis defense get off the field again? Pressure comes. Throws it up, knocked away, incomplete. Nice coverage there. I think that was Bakari Hollier there to make the play. 4th and 9. Memphis' defense forces a 3 and out, and this offense will get the ball right back. Harris set to return, and he got brought down by the face mask, and there's the flag. I was going to say you'd better throw the flag because it definitely was. Moore is a guilty party. First down for Memphis. Great starting field position at their own 43. First down and 10, 3:33 to go first half. 3-0 Kansas on top. Brandon Hayes with only a 2-yard rush on first down when this run game's going to have to do better than that. 7 carries, 12 yards. But if they want to win this game, they are going to have to do a lot better running the football than that. Coming up on 3 minutes to go now, first half. They give to Hayes, and Hayes is wrapped up after a 1-yard rush. They just can't get anything going. Third down and 7 for Memphis. They've got it at their own 46. And Karam going to try and take off. Those underneath. What a catch by Reggie Travis. Holy cow. Let's take another look at that one. Come on, where's the replay? Oh, they're not going to show the replay, but that was like double coverage, and Reggie Travis somehow came down with it. Even bigger, that was on a 3rd and 8. So, big time catch there by Reggie Travis. Hayes with the 3-yard reception right there, or 3-yard rush, I'm sorry. 9 carries, only 16 yards. That is just not going to do, I'm sorry. Coming up on 2 minutes to go here, first half. 2nd and 7, they've got it at the Kansas 39. Looks like anyway. 2-yard carry there for Hayes. 10 carries, only 18 yards. 3rd and 5 from the 37 now for Memphis. Not quite in field goal range yet. Still, I don't think. Karam feeling the pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Didn't want to force a pick. Didn't take off soon enough. And that was an easy sack. Fourth down and 15, under a minute to go. First half here in the Fiesta Bowl. Kansas still only up 3-0. Karam should have probably been picked again. That was a terrible throw. And that was 49 seconds left in the first half. Kansas has the ball at their own 46. This offense for Memphis has just done absolutely nothing all day. Kansas 3, Memphis nothing. 49 seconds left first half. Jake Heaps throws up. Nearly picked and nearly one-handed catch. That should have been picked, but it was also nearly an amazing grab by Harwell, the receiver. So really, they both just cancel out and it falls harmlessly incomplete. Heaps wanting to throw on 2nd and 10. Has a man, it's Harwell. This time he does make the catch. 15 yards and he got out of bounds. And this Memphis defense is not out of the woods yet. "40 seconds to go first half. Heaps throws, caught, gain of about 8. Tack on 15 more, of course, roughing the passer. That's on Johnny Farms, and that's really the defensive tackle's first big mistake today. But now they've got it at the 16 of Memphis. Both teams still with 3 timeouts left. My guess is Memphis will start calling theirs so that their offense is time for a couple deep throws or something. They give to Sims. Sims with a 6-yard rush, but Kansas will burn a timeout. Gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 10. "32 seconds left first half. Kansas knocking on the door. Heaps knocked away by Lonnie Ballantyne. What a defensive play. The senior just stuck his hand up there and made a nice diving deflection. That was a thing of beauty there from Lonnie Ballantyne, but Memphis' defense is still not out of the woods. 3rd and 4 from the 10. Heaps wants to pass. Throws underneath to Sims. Broke a tackle from Harris, but not 2. Memphis will call their first timeout. 4th and 4 from the 10, and Memphis' defense does their job. It'll be a field goal attempt here. This one should also definitely be made. It's like an extra point. And it is good. Still 20 seconds left first half, though. A good return, and Memphis might have a shot at a Hail Mary or something. Oh, whoops. And they'll just take the knee. Hayes has had 18 total yards. Yeah, a terrible day for him. And it's not going to continue here because they need points. And they've got a chance to get some. 20 seconds left first half, still 2 timeouts. Karam's hit as he throws, and it looked like he had a man coming open. But of course the offensive line wasn't able to stop the blitz of Kansas. "11 rushes, 7 passes for this Memphis offense, probably only like 20 total yards. Karam throwing it up there, knocked away, incomplete. Dexter McDonald there for Kansas to knock it away, and so 3rd and 10, 11 seconds left first half. Kansas with the 6-0 lead here in the Fiesta Bowl. Those should have been intercepted by Sendish. Karam threw to the wrong receiver. He had a man breaking open, but he'd already thrown it because he's an idiot. 4th and 10, 6 seconds left first half. I expect we'll just see Karam throw it deep. And he does. He overthrows everyone, in fact. Turnover on downs, but that was halftime, so who really cares? 1 half gone here in the Fiesta Bowl, and this has been a defensive battle. Kansas 6, Memphis nothing, going to the locker room. Memphis with the ball to start this 3rd quarter. They're down 6-0, and this offense has to find some sort of a run game. Joe Craig to the edge. Joe Craig out across the 40. A nice return there. That'll help them out too. Memphis will start at their own 41. And I would expect this offense to really try and get a run game established after running for like 18 freaking yards here in the first half. And Brandon Hayes is brought down at the line of scrimmage. I love it. Second and 10 from their own 42 for Memphis. As a man out of the backfield, it's Brandon Hayes. Hayes sheds off 1 tackle. It's a 4-yard reception. That'll set up a manageable 3rd and 5. 4 of 11, 26 yards and a pick today for Karam. No one is doing good today on this offense. Karam had a man and he choked. That was the worst throw I've ever seen in my life. He threw it right out of bounds. What the heck? 4th and 5. 0 of 3 on 4th downs. Memphis is going for it again. And Karen got sacked, of course. Looks like he had a man coming open. Couldn't frickin' throw it in time. And this defense sorely needs a turnover. Really, Memphis should have punted, but I can tell you, Colin Cobb was so frustrated with the complete and utter ineptitude from his offense. He didn't want to waste a good kickoff return. He wanted to try and get points. And it didn't happen. Heaps is 6 of 12, 35 yards and a pick. 2nd and 10 coming up now for Kansas. Broke a tackle from Brown, but not from McManus. Still a loss of 3. Nice play by Winton McManus to take Sims down in the backfield. No one on offense on either side is doing good today. The big difference is Kansas has 30 yards of penalty to help get them into field goal range, and Memphis has none. And there's Harwell on 3rd and 13. They let him get 17. No one within 6 yards of him. Now it's pathetic. 6 first downs for Kansas. 2 for Memphis. It's been that kind of day. Kansas defense come away with another turnover. Incomplete. Had a man make the catch, but he was out of bounds. And the Memphis defender went to try and get the pick because he figured if it wasn't going to be picked, it was going to be caught, so he might as well try to knock it down. Heaps has McKay, gain of 5. 3rd down and 5 coming up, but Kansas is in field goal range. And this, honestly, is probably get a turnover or bust right here. Turnover or bust right here, I think, because the way this offense has been playing, I don't think they can get 2 scores. And Jimmy Mundon is wide open. Go figure. This is going to be the drive that ends the game. 103 yards of offense for Kansas. Like 23 for Memphis, I think it said. Maybe 28. They want to run the read option, and Sims just stood up, but he got brought down by the face mask. Of course. Anthony Watson, the guilty party. That's a big-time mistake by the senior safety. 1st and goal from the 3, and Memphis is in a world of trouble right now as Kansas is about to go up 2 scores and they've got 20 yards of offense. Touchdown, Kansas. James Sims is into the end zone untouched. I'm kind of surprised they're kicking the extra point and not going for 2 to make it a flat-out 14-point game. But the PAT is up and good. And so it's 13-0 now, Kansas. They're going to need another good kick return because this offense has done absolutely nothing. Harris trying to get to the outside. He got out across the 30 at least. That was a nice solid return, I guess. 2:47 to go, 3rd quarter, and it's probably already almost ball game. I mean, this offense has done next to nothing all game. They got 20 yards. But busted coverage on 1st down, and Joe Craig with big yardage. 34-yard reception. He just got off his man. I guess Kansas was trying to press. Craig shook his man off, and he was all alone. And he got 34 yards down to the 37 of Kansas. Maybe now Memphis can get something going, but they've got to get this into the end zone on this drive. No doubt about it. Hayes running hard. Still shaking off defenders. He's got 7 yards. 12 carries, 25 yards for Brandon Hayes. Maybe now this can be what finally kind of gets the running game going. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll give to Hayes, and Hayes is stood up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 3, Jordan Tavay making the stop. They're at the 30 of Kansas. Definite 4-down territory. 1:45 to go, third quarter, 2 of 7 on 3rd downs. Craig taking a shot to the end zone. Incomplete. But at least that was thrown where no defender could get it. And so now it is 4th and 3, 0 of 4 on 4th downs. You need 3. Who you trust to get you the first down? Underthrown and picked. That's probably your ball game unless Memphis can get a defensive touchdown. This is just the most pathetic display of offense I've ever seen in my life. 1:29 to go, third quarter. Kansas is still pitching a shutout. Memphis' defense is going to need to come up big for them again, like they have most of the time this year. 22-yard reception from Mundine, and it's not going to happen, I can tell. They've got it at their own 46. And this Kansas offense is starting to find a groove, and Memphis' offense is still complete garbage. And Heaps will throw it out of bounds right away. Memphis' defense needs a turnover. They got one already today. They need another one right here. And then either Memphis will have to score and get an onside kick, or they'll have to score and the defense will just have to make a stop. Heaps throws underneath. That was a chance. If Harris is paying better attention, sticks his hands up, it's a pick. Instead, it's only incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10. But Kansas is 4 of 7 on 3rd downs. Heaps. As he throws? No. Sacked. Loss of 6. Johnny Farms coming up big at a time when this team absolutely needed him. The defense had to get a stop and not give up any more points. It's still in a tight position because Memphis will have to suddenly find their groove on offense. And that's not showing any signs of happening. The punt will just be kicked out of bounds. It's a solid punt, and Memphis will start at their own 24. Needing to find a big-time spark. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. They're still being shut out. Throws it deep. Has a man, and K1 Malone dropped it. That could have been the spark Memphis was looking for. And it went right off the hands of K1 Malone. That tells you about everything you need to know about this offense today, doesn't it? Who do you trust to make a play here? I don't know. Coming free on the blitz, and Karam never had a chance. Smart job to just try and run and get away from Ben Heaney. But he really never had a chance. 2 of 8 on 3rd downs. They need 18 here. It's looking like a lost cause. Karam had him in. Give him time to throw it. 4th and 25, and that's the end of the third quarter. Memphis has been complete garbage on offense today, and they're down 13-0 at the end of 3. It'll take a miracle to win this one. 4th and 25 from their own 8. 0-5 on 4th downs. They've got to go for it. They've done nothing on offense. What makes you think even if the defense can get a stop? Are you serious? He tried to throw it. Instead, he fumbled it. And it's recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. Yeah. It's 20-0 Kansas. This is pathetic. I've got no other words except for completely pathetic. Here goes Joe Craig trying to give his team a spark. Down the sideline, one man to beat. Joe Craig is gone. Touchdown, 106-yard return on the kickoff. And Memphis sorely needed that. They probably still need an onside kick. Or, I don't know, do you trust your defense still down by 13? If you're down 7, I think you do, but you're down 14 with only 5:40 to go. They're coming on to try the onside kick. And it goes right to Kansas. Well, that sucks. It's game over. But at least Memphis won't get shut out. A better onside kick, and maybe Memphis has a chance to make it a game. They needed 2 scores in like 5.5 minutes. Keeps throwing it deep toward the end zone. Of course it's caught. Ridiculous. The one time you need the Memphis defense to make a play, they suck. That's all she wrote, folks. Kansas is going to score in one way, shape, or form, and this is game over. Sims is in, touchdown, Kansas. And now Memphis needs another touchdown. Another kickoff return for a touchdown would be fantastic. But, I mean, I'm not crazy. I know that's not going to happen. If they had run better in the first half to get the offense going, maybe Memphis wouldn't be in this position, but they couldn't run, and so they had to rely on the pass, and that's never a good thing. They'll kick it back to Joe Craig. Craig's got the edge again. And he's out across the 35. Joe Craig coming up big, trying to give his team some sort of spark. He's also got the only big offensive play. A 34-yard reception that ended in a pick on 4th down, so you know. 5:22 to go. Memphis needs some points, and they need them badly. That was nearly a pick. Karam's still throwing it because they've got to score some way. I mean, they got to do something. They can't run it. They're down by 20 points. Karam has a man. Joe Craig inside the 20. 44-yard reception, and Memphis will hurry this up to the line. $5:12 to go in the game. And at least they're still trying. They're going to go to the screen. Brandon Hayes, he's got 10 yards and a first down. 3 catches, 13 yards for Brandon Hayes. They're going to hurry it up to the line. 5:06 left. It was on the slant. Caught by K1 Malone, 8 yards. Clock continues to run. We're under 5 minutes. They're going, hurry up. 2nd and goal from the 1. Touchdown Memphis. Brandon Hayes is in. And so they're still only down by 2 scores. And they're about to try another onside kick with 4:47 to go. Elliott's extra point is good, and they're down by 13. 4:47 left. They need an onside kick, though. And it goes right to Omigi again. Both onside kicks have gone to the same person. .446 to go, and I expect Candace to work on running the ball now. Sims with 4 yards. It'll set up 2nd and 6. From the 35 of Memphis. This defense needs a turnover or a stop. And they need it quickly. Memphis does not want to burn their 3 timeouts until they absolutely have to. If they can get a quick stop and a quick score, they might be alright. Lonnie Ballantyne coming up to take Sims down in the backfield. Anthony Watson was there too. 3rd down and 7, and now I don't know if they run it or if they throw for it. 4 of 8 on 3rd downs. We're under 4 minutes to go. Memphis has a slight chance of getting back in this, but they need a stop here. Chauncey Lanier, no, but Lonnie Ballantyne cleans it up. 4th and 4, and I expect they're gonna try the field goal. This really needs to be no good. And it's not. Down by 16 with 3:29 to go. That's probably your ball game. Technically only a 2-score game, I suppose. You need a return, and Joe Craig just got lit up. Memphis is trying. Give him credit for that. They're trying to make some sort of miracle happen. Well, there's just not enough time to do it, I don't think. Too big a hole, not enough time to climb out of it. And that was nearly intercepted by Sendish. Again, they had a man breaking open, but Karam threw it to the wrong person. Memphis with 110 yards of offense, 3:21 left. Karam has a man, it's Jones! And a flag. A big time, big play when needed. Tack on 15 more with the face mask. Ryan Mora there. 1st down from the 17 of Kansas now. And can Memphis get this into the end zone? Oh, they don't stop the clock because of the defensive penalty. Okay. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. Rifles over the middle, off the hands of Patrick, he nearly intercepted. That looked like it was going to be a surefire big gain, and then it was almost picked. And that would have been extremely unfair because that was a good throw. It was just dropped. 2nd and 10, 3:02 to go. Throw into the end zone. Nearly intercepted, but a flag down. There you've got a roughing the passer penalty. That is on Nasir Moore, 1st and goal from the 8. First down and goal from the 8, 2:58 left. Memphis still with maybe a slight chance. That's all it is at this point. It's Joe Craig making the catch, but I think he got brought down by the face mask. So he got like 5 yards plus the penalty yardage, and now it's 1st and goal from the 2 for Memphis. They've got to run it. They've got to get it in on one of these next 2 plays. No doubt about it. First and goal, and Cam wants to run it himself. That was not a smart play call. Second and goal now, under 2.5 to go. They give to Hayes, and Hayes is stood up just short. Third down and goal. They're running the hurry up. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. And Hayes is in for the second time today. Touchdown, it's a 10-point game, but they need the 2-point conversion. They need the 2-point conversion or else it's all over. That was on the slant. Got it! Kalen Malone with a big time catch right there, and now Memphis is down by but one score. And the onside kick again fails to work. But with 2 minutes left and 3 timeouts, actually it's probably hopeless anyway. They're just too close. Maybe you kick it away there. I don't know. And Heaps is throwing for it. He's lucky he's going to get bailed out. Who refed the passer? Because that just ended this game, I do believe. Anthony Brown, a senior. A senior does that. Wow. They need a stop. A forced fumble would be great. And Memphis will burn their first time out. They've got to. And they need to try and hit harder to knock the ball loose. They'll give to Sims, and he's brought down by Harris. Timeout called. Third and 9. A first down, and it's all over. They're throwing for it. Smart play call because it worked. I don't think Memphis will even get the ball back. They'll take the delay of game. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Memphis can stop it, but one more time. With $1:23 to go. I mean, there's not enough time because they're definitely in field goal range. Final timeout is called by Memphis. 1:20 still to go. Sims is hit and stopped. Yep, they just need to knee it one more time. Victory formation for Kansas. Oh, they're going to run it one more time. And that's all she wrote. On the right side, Memphis will only lose by a score. They came back from down 20 to lose by 8. And this was a Fiesta Bowl I surely thought they had a chance to win. Just too many dumb mistakes. They're going to kick it with like 1 second left, aren't you? Just to piss me off. No. Final score, Kansas 30, Memphis 22. The Tiger season ends in a loss in the Fiesta Bowl. That'll do it for me. I'll see you guys next time.